What's going on, everyone? Joe and Mike back again, buildassetsonline.com, coming at you with another episode, quick episode, and we're going to tell you why these stupid, trending dropshipping videos, they're always titled, I tried dropshipping for 1 week. These videos are a complete waste of time, and in this episode, we're going to tell you why, but we're not going to waste any time chit-chatting, so let's get right into it, Mike. So my first point here, the first thing I thought of was, who cares what you do in a week? If you make a little bit of money, like anyone in today's day and age can go make a little bit of money in a week. Like you might as well just go download Instacart if you're doing something and you need to make a quick buck. So just the very premise of this is not good. You know, if you want to make a sustainable income online, you should be watching videos that are teaching you how to make, trying drop shipping for a year, for 2 years, and making money for that period of time versus a week.
Right. And this is kind of the mindset of the newer generations is like, if I can't do something within a week, then it's not ever going to work out, when that's really not the case. Things like Instacart and Uber, whatever. Yeah, you could do those in a week. And basically whatever you make after a week doing that, that's basically what your income would be week after week after week. With something like drop shipping or building a business online, a week is barely even scratching the surface. Joe, we've done this for maybe 7 years now. And it's like every few months and certainly every year, we take giant leaps in what we know and the way that we execute in our business and the amount of money that we make.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to get that out there, that just having that is a bad frame of mind. Like you should not be attracted to videos just because it's a short amount of time and you think you could do it in a week. It's not a good way to approach things mentally. The other thing is, obviously, with all these videos lately, it seems like TikTok dropshipping seems to be the biggest thing. And, Mike, I'm a little bit of a boomer. You're less of a boomer. I don't have TikTok. I have nothing against using it for drop shipping, but I just want to tell you what I see. When I go on huge website marketplaces, high quality website marketplaces like Empire Flippers, I don't really see any of these websites for sale that are using TikTok as a form of traffic for dropshipping sites. And it's very important that when you're starting something, you have a long-term vision of, in a year, in 2 years, I want to sell this website for a multiple, whether it's a 20x monthly multiple, 30x, 40x. You got to have that in mind when you start. And the truth is that none of these types of websites are selling. They're just up one day, down the next. And we've seen this time and time again, whether it's TikTok now, whether it was Instagram last year, Facebook, it doesn't matter. None of these websites are selling. Nobody wants these websites because the traffic is there one day, down the next.
Yeah, and like you said, Joe, people don't know about this, but when you realize that if you have a website that's sustainable and the traffic is sustainable and it's constant and your sales are constant, at the end of the day, after a year or 2 years, you can go and sell that website for a multiple of its monthly profit. It could be somewhere around 30 times its monthly profit, up to even 50. So when you're making $1,000 a week and you're doing it the right way through like a website like we talk about, this becomes $4,000 a month. All of a sudden you get a 40x multiple on that. That's $160,000. So it's basically a mindset shift that needs to happen if you're going to do this as you're living year after year and hopefully retire early.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be doing this online stuff, you should be going for two things: sustainable money and or life-changing money, ideally both. Because the whole reason you're getting into this is because you don't want to work a regular job. So you need the money you make needs to be sustainable so you don't have to go to work, or it needs to be life-changing so you don't have to go to work. So that's what it comes down to, Mike. The other thing I want to say about TikTok, and this applies to every single social media platform out there, I need to drill this into people's heads because they do not understand. TikTok is low intent traffic. What do I mean by this? When someone's watching videos on TikTok, they're going from video to video to video. They're on there to relax, they're bored, whatever, they're sucked in. Whatever reason they're on there, they're not necessarily on there to shop for products. And that's that makes those people low intent. Those are not the type of people you want going to your website. And let me explain the quick difference here. Someone watching a video about skiing on TikTok, they see an amazing ski trick, versus someone typing into Google best ski gloves. Okay, there's a big difference in that. And I mean, if you out in the audience think about that for a second, would you rather have the person come to your website that's typing into Google best ski gloves, or do you want the person coming to your website from someone watching ski videos on TikTok? What would you rather have, Mike?
I would certainly rather have the person going on Google, typing in what they want to buy, and then that way we could target them right there when they're at the bottom of the funnel. TikTok is more top of the funnel. People may discover your brand that way. And yeah, sure, some people will go and they'll buy, but it's going to be a lot less predictable. And it's going to be, I mean, Joe, we've put out TikTok videos like for some of our websites. They get tens of thousands of views. And does it result in sales? I mean, barely. What I'd much rather do is make a Google ad that I reliably know converts at 1%, 5% month over month versus you put out a video, it gets views, the views peak after a couple days a week, and then it's gone forever.
Yeah, and you know what, Mike? You combine this TikTok, like what we just talked about, with the intent, with the fact that a lot of these products that people that are making these "I tried dropshipping for 1 week" videos, they're trying to push cheap products, and you're combining low intent with cheap products. And say you get 1,000 orders, oh my God, that's going to be so much customer service to make what? Say you make $10 per order, you get 1,000 orders. You make 10,000, well, and then say your margin left after that is 5,000. I'm just throwing some generous numbers out there. You get all these orders, and then you have to deal with all this customer service. You don't want a high volume of cheap orders. You know, if you're just starting out, you don't have the infrastructure to deal with that. I'd rather get 3 or 4 orders that are expensive, and then take it easy, sit back. The customer service is pretty easy then.
Yeah. Joe, we're growing up in this new crypto generation. They're coming up and they want instant wins. They want the sales to go to the moon. They want their crypto to go to the moon. When in reality, I mean, you look at some of the richest people on earth, you look at the Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, they've taken their time year after year to slowly grow what they're doing, let things compound, and they're rewarded for it. The people that try and play these games where they're going to get these huge quick wins, they happen, but it's few and far between. So you're much better off playing a long game where you can make respectable money quickly, but it's not about making that one-time huge amount. It's about doing something that you can build off of year after year, and then you become an expert at after a few years, and then you become a master at after 5-10 years.
Yeah, Mike, and I don't want to get too metaphysical here because we're running low on time, but when we first got started out on this journey of making money online, there was a book. Oh, who was that author? He was talking about how reality isn't really structured for quick wins. Say you want to grow a seed that comes back year after year. You're growing like a perennial plant. You plant it once, it's going to be kind of bigger the next year, bigger the next year, bigger the next year. Reality works kind of slow, and we've gotten to this frame of mind of getting these quick big wins, and I feel like it's not consistent with the whole universe that we live in. But I don't want to get too off on a tangent there.
It's not consistent with reality. People want Jack and the Beanstalk type growth, and they wind up getting duds. So
yeah. So Mike, what you want to do is, instead of making a website to attract all this low intent cheap traffic, just make a website, position it in the search results, have it sell a product where you make a decent amount of money per sale. Sit back, let people search for those things that you're selling, let them come to your website, have a good product page, have them check out, have good customer service, and take it easy. That's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. Take it easy. Number one rule.
Yeah. And so if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put a bunch of other videos in the link description, more details about how to do what we're talking about. We talked about a lot of theory here. I'll put some videos in the description that talks about the how versus, this video is a lot about the why. So be sure to check those out. And Mike.
Take it easy.